What's up, guys? My name is Ghost, and another edition of our weekly watch list where I go over all the levels I'm looking at coming into the week, my favorite setups, and just planning and then executing when the opportunities arrive. Also, by the end of this video, I am going to be picking the winner for the $150 giveaway. If you guys did participate, I appreciate you guys and your support, and definitely want to give back as much as I can. So let's get into this weekly watch list. So first ticker we're going to be looking at is the ES Futures, March 15, 2024 contract. So again, we're at new all-time highs. Kind of went over it last week where I said on ES, the best setup was going to come around that 50.66 level. As you can see, we came back down and we made new all-time highs off that level. Reason why, that is a daily level, stronger level. Usually we get much bigger reactions around the daily level. So now we're in a much more patient waiting period. We don't have any daily levels that I consider daily levels. So coming back into this week, I am going to wait to see if we make the new high. I do think we make a new high. Once we make that, we can maybe get a push back down. So that's what I'm going to be staying patient for. But once we do get that push back down, my best setup, because obviously I'll take some setups throughout the week, but they're not going to be the best ones. The best one will be coming back down to retest this 51.08 level right here. And I won't be taking a position there, but I will be watching price action to see if we hold that level, breaking back above 51.09 and then 51.12. That will be the best time to get into a long entry where we can say that we've completed the retest. So that's one setup that I am watching coming into this week. Whenever that opportunity does come, could happen probably at the end of the week. But that's why we call this a weekly watch list, not just a daily one. So if that's for the upside potential, downside, I am waiting to see us break below 51.04. I believe that is our best risk reward personally for me, to enter some short positions, and I have a much higher probability setup of going short. Once we break below there, I'll ride that down to the 50.91 area, where mostly I'll be scaling out before we get down there. So that's one setup I'm looking at for the downside on ES. So let's get into the next tickers. So staying relevant with ES, I'm going to be going over my SPY levels coming into this week and also my best setup. Same thing with ES, how I don't believe we have a daily made. The best setup I see is us coming back to retest this previous all-time high on SPY at 5.10.13. We do always usually get a daily retest and then go, but we also get a weekly retest. So sometime this week or early next week, I'll probably update the next week's watch list. But if we do get it this week, coming back down to this 5.10.13, I am going to be playing that for a bounce, for some type of reaction. I don't believe we'll get a huge one right away, but if we do, that's great. But it's a high probability setup coming into this week, so that 5.10.13. So for the downside, obviously, we flip it. If we do break below this 5.10.13, I am looking to take a short position and ride that down into this cluster area around that 509. I will not be taking new positions in this whole area. If we sit there for a whole day, I'll stay patient and I won't take a position. Even if I have other confluences on other tickers, we need a break below here or bounce and do something. But in this area is a no-go for me for trades. I just feel like they will definitely chop us around in this whole area right here around that 509.06 to 508.58. But breaking below there, definitely want to see us get that push back down, and we could ride that move all the way back down. But if we do hold this area and we come back again, just like last week, breaking all-time highs, back above 5.10.13 will be the area to go long, and I'll look for that setup if that opportunity comes. So that's really it for SPY. Gonna be waiting for that daily level to be made once we get up there, and then we get pushed back so we can make our next daily level above. Well, let's get into the next ticker. So going over to our next ticker, SPX, it's the ticker that I trade the most. I'm gonna be looking for the same setup that I'm watching on SPY, giving that same confluence, retesting that previous all-time high break. So at that 51.11.06, That is the level I am going to be watching for some type of bounce reaction. And that'll be my first A plus setup that I will look for going into this week. And if we do break below that level, I'll obviously take my loss, cut my positions, mitigate my risk, and look for a downside move back to this area around the 5100. And then staying patient. I'm probably not going to participate as much in this 8-point range. Kind of be the same area around SPY where I will be sitting patiently, and then seeing how price reacts. If we do get it closed back above this 5111.06, that is where I would like to go back into a long position or calls. And then staying patient for a break below 5085 would probably be the best setup, where we can get a move down to 5071.89. So that's it for SPX. Let's get into the next tickers. So now we're going to be watching our NQ March 15, 2024 contracts. This is the ticker that I use for the most confluence. I definitely want to make sure NQ is sitting at a support if I'm going long, or under resistance if I'm going to go short. So for those setups that I'm watching that retest on the daily, definitely want to see NQ first come back down, bounce and hold above here. So if I do see that move where NQ does get a push back down to 18115.5 and move back above, or even just hold above 18144.75, I will feel much more confident taking that previous all-time high bounce on SPX or SPY. So that's how I look at the confluence for NQ coming into this week. And if I see NQ getting weaker and breaking below these daily levels and here, I will definitely want to stay more patient on that bounce if we haven't gotten down there yet, until NQ does regain some strength. But holding below these levels here gives me a good insight that maybe I should hold off on that bounce and look to see if it breaks below that previous all-time high, so I could take that short position and have NQ as the confluence that we are looking weak into that trade. So that's what I'll be watching this week on NQ. QQQ should be same. Let's go over to there. So just like NQ, QQQ, these are the daily level and hourly levels I'll be watching. Kind of be using this as also one of my main confluences. For that A plus setup, I'm looking for on SPY and SPX, that daily retest bounce of the previous all-time high. I'm going to be watching QQQ coming back down to this daily and hourly levels. I do think we do get a small reaction at this 441.4 level, get a small bounce, potentially break, come down to this daily and hourly levels below at 440.59 and 440.45. I want to see SPY and SPX coming back closely to that retest level once SPY and SPX are there and QQQ is holding this area here. That's where I will feel much more confident in that setup. I do not want to see QQQ and NQ below that daily and hourly levels to take that bounce on that retest. So that's what I'll be watching coming into this week, using QQQ as my confluence. If we do hold below here on QQQ with also NQ below its daily level, I'll be looking and potentially anticipating a break of that previous all-time high break and taking a short position. And that'll turn into my A plus setup coming into the week. So again, I hope you guys do stay patient. Hope you guys make lots of money this week. Appreciate you guys for your like and your subscribes. I'm going to be picking out that giveaway winner I had on my social media on X. So I do also post all my levels on X. I try to do the weekly levels, and then sometime throughout the week, I probably will have an updated levels for once we make a new resistance I'm anticipating. So appreciate you guys. Let's get into who wins. I'd like to just thank everybody that participated, reposted, tagged a friend on this $150 giveaway. I'm going to be starting doing this a lot more often, and the giveaways are going to get higher and higher. So let's get right into who won. Yep, we got a winner. Congratulations again. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the love, support. I'm going to be doing another weekly watch list, hopefully, and have a webinar coming out soon. So appreciate you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.